Hello, good day. My name is Chris Njoku. Today, I'm going to be showing you how to use various Excel features to clean your data. The very first on my list today is the use of Flash Fill. If you look at these two tables, you understand that this is a name of a person, and then you can see that both the first name and the last name are in the same cell. So you can decide to split them, put first name in a cell that is different from the cell that will house the last name. So how can you achieve this if this data is given to you and then it contains over 500 rows? Like we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 here. Assuming it's up to 200 or 300 or 500, very long, can you manually move Smith into a separate cell in another column and then do the same for Wisin? It will take you a whole day. So Excel has created features for you that can easily do that for you. Now let's get down to work. So the table on your right is more like a replica of the one on your left. But the table on your right has first name and last name empty. So this is where we're going to perform our flash fill. So you drop your cursor here. Your interest is the first name. So what's the first name? From this column, you know that the first name is Jack. So you want to do this by typing Jack. Press the enter key. Jack has been registered there. And so the next you do is to bring in Ima. E. So the moment you type E, Excel has already thought about what you intend to do, judging by the very first thing you did with Jack. So Excel has been able to reason out that, okay, this person is trying to get out all first name because he or she has done that with the very first one, which is Jack. And so Excel has suggested Ima to you as the first name in the next row. And so if what Excel suggested to you is correct and that's what you want, you hit your enter key and you see everything replicated. So if this is 500 columns, 1000 columns, what you have just done now, we just autofill it, flash fill it for you. So we do the same thing for last name. The last name here is Smith. So you type Smith. Just type it exactly the way it is. You hit the enter key. When you now try to type Wilson, Excel will just suggest the rest for you. So you hit the enter key. So that is just how to use the flash fill. Now we'll move forward to the next. We're going to see this data and then look at it and be able to identify the abnormalities in these two tables. You can see this is name, date of birth, salary. You can see name, date of birth, salary, and this is the name, this is the date of birth, all having a forward slash, and then this is salary, all having dollar before the numbers. So now moving forward, look at this other data. You find out that the date of birth here on this column are not in harmony. You can see these just numbers, nothing to show that this is a date. You can see this looking how it should. So that tells you there's an error. This always occur when data is copied from website. Excel will read it and then try to just judge it the way it fits. So it's not left for you to know that, okay, there's an error here and this error is not in the data but from the source. So what you need to do then is to try and format it clean it up. That's what data cleaning is all about. Make it look exactly how it should. For those of us that will be going into freelancing, these are some of the jobs you are going to come across. In Excel, clients will send you bulky data, huge data. This we're looking at now can be up to 300 rows and then 8 or 10 columns, and then they'll tell you deliver this in 3 4 hours. Some will tell you, okay, give it 24 hours. If this is up to 300 rows, if you're given 2 weeks, you cannot do it all. You will either make mistake or the thing will be so tiring. So you have to use Excel features. So now, what do we do to make sure this date of birth column is looking like this? Select, you highlight the data, and then you click your home tab. You go to this commands, number commands, and then you click the drop down, scroll to short date, and then tap on it. So you can see that everything is in harmony now. That very funny number you saw is actually 23rd of March 1965. So this is just how to use the short date to correct your date format across rows. Now we move to the next on our list, which is remove duplicate feature. So let's click on it. Now look at this data. If you look closely, you find out that this is the original data. This is how it should be. But looking at this, there is a duplicate. And if you're looking at this very well, you understand that the duplicate is in Imawisin row. So look at it, Imawisin, 30th of April 2013. Imawisin, 30th of April 2013. Dancer as profession. So this is a duplicate data. Now we want to take away the duplicate. So how do you do it? First thing you should do is to identify duplicates. So if you're working on very large data, the duplicates can be very many. So the best you can do is to identify them first before you can delete them. Whether you want to delete manually or you want to use Excel or commands or features to delete, the best you do is to identify them first. So now you highlight the data, and then you click on your home tab and scroll to conditional formatting. You click the drop down, go to highlight sales rules, and follow through like this till you get to duplicate values. Tap on it. So tapping on it, Excel have identified the duplicate. So if this data is having 600 rows and 3 columns, and then this kind of duplicate is like 26 or 48 in the data series, Excel will identify all of them using this color you're seeing now. So you can look at this, it's showing you light red filled with dark red text. So you click OK. Now you have been able to identify your duplicates. What do? You need to delete the duplicate so that the data will look nice. That is the essence of this whole exercise. You want your data to be clean and devoid of duplicates. So what next do? You hit your tab, go to your data tab, and then move to remove duplicate. You can see where my cursor is. Read what is written underneath. Delete duplicate rows from a sheet. So when you tap on it, look at what happened. So Excel has suggested to you that you have 3 columns: so name, date of birth, profession. Do you want this remove duplicate to be across the 3 columns, or you want to exempt a particular column from this? Like maybe you want to exempt name or date of birth or profession from the delete. If you want this remove duplicate to be across the 3 columns, leave them checked as they are. So you now click on OK. So Excel will tell you, I found one duplicate values and have removed it. So you click OK. Now, when you look at the data, you click anywhere in the worksheet, you find out that Emma Wilson, that was duplicate, is no longer there. Only Emma Wilson you see is this. There is no other Emma Wilson. So that's how to use this feature to clean your data. Now we are going to move to the next. We're going to look at applying go to special feature. Now, how does this work? This could be your original data, like some of the very large volume of data I work with in my analysis. I could find blanks across. So, in some cases, you identify the blanks using Excel as well. In other cases, you just maybe if the data is not large, you just manually identify it and then use color fill to identify them like I've done in these two data. So this is what I did here. I drop my cursor on the particular blank cell and then go to home and then use the fill color. I can decide to change the fill color for that very cell by just doing this. You can see as I'm moving my cursor across colors, they are changing. So let's say I leave it at this and then I hit outside. So this is just what was done on all of this. So now I want to use go to feature to take away this. I can just highlight the entire data and use Control G. So look at what it presented to me. Go to. So I click on special. Now you can see Excel is trying to ask you a question. Across the data that you have highlighted, what particular feature do you want to identify? You click on blanks. I want to identify blanks. So you click on blanks. When you click OK, you see that it has been highlighted. If you look at it very well, you see that it has been highlighted. Apart from the fact that we're using red and then this other color to identify the blanks, it has been highlighted. Even when you look at this true two data table, this and this, you find out that this one has been highlighted. There is a line that is thicker than this original black line there. So that is it. You have been able to identify the blanks. Now that you have identified the blanks, what do you want to do? You want to delete them to make your data clean. So you can hold down your control key on your keyboard and you press plus and minus. Press plus and minus on your keyboard. This is what you see. It will bring out the delete dialog on box where you can think of what to do. So it's asking you now, do you want to shift cells up? Or in this case, we want to delete every row that has blank. Every row that we've used a fill color to identify blank, we want to take it off. So check entire row and click OK. So when you do that, you can see that across the two data, we have been able to delete every row that has blank. So this is just how to go about this. So thank you very much for seeing this video.